and TV show recaps. We review and read them too, as long as they're Black, Brian and Lamar hosting the show. Remain unbiased in case you don't know. Now you know. There's nothing but competition. It's out to the imagination. If you don't know, now you know.
Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off.
You won't be needing that. I already ordered for you.
Being here with you right now, it's probably been like the highlight of my week.
Everything okay?
Stop playing with me.
I'm not even about to let you pull me out of my character right now.
Some people just can't take a hint. I'm like your homegirl Tasha.
Why do you keep calling me? I don't have nothing else to say to you.
I don't really have any words for you, and I don't really want to hear shit you gotta say.
It just seems like negative people seem to bring out the negativity in me.
Only you can control your reactions.
Come outside. Oh my God. What the hell are you doing here?
Yeah. We here, Black on Black Prime again.
Like always.
So this is something a little bit different. We're talking about an article. We're talking about something that is a possibility. Looks like it's greenlit. I don't really like the title, but whatever.
I didn't even know they had a title for it.
I mean, so what they've been calling it is Young Martin.
So yeah, no, go ahead, break down. I don't go ahead.
All right, so I saw this article or whatever. I'm thinking there's some bullshit. Like, if somebody sent it to me, like most, like, you know, I'll be sending you Lakers shit out of nowhere. I'll be like, hey, nigga, LeBron, us, with his son, you know what I mean? People send me Martin shit. Anything Martin or somebody, like when the bloopers came out, somebody sent it to me. So I was like, now somebody sent me an article about a new show called Young Martin. It's supposed to be a prequel to the Martin show. It's supposed to, you know, pretty much follow his like young life, you know what I mean, which would include Tommy and Cole, but not Gina and Pam.
Right.
Like
necessarily, yeah. He met Gina when he was an adult.
He was an adult. So it's just like they can't go back too far if they plan on, you know, including them, which I think it would be kind of weird without them, but at the same time, you know, let's see. You know what I mean? Bel Air was supposed to be what was that? It's just a reimagined version versus a prequel. Like, this is a prequel. This is supposed to be like real time, not real time, but past time shit that happened with Martin. So a lot of things, like pretty much they're gonna have to watch Martin probably all the way through to get all of the like little hints and little things that he was saying about his past. Because you know they're gonna fuck that up. They're gonna be just like, oh yeah, Martin did it. Like, not in this episode. He said he was, you know, he did this, that, and the other. So you know how they're gonna go back and forth with that. So that's pretty much what it's about. They said it's a drama. Not sure how they're gonna pull that off, but it's probably gonna be a little bit of comedy in there, hopefully. It's supposed to be an hour-long series. So I don't know, man. Well, I would say I'm excited for it because it's about Martin, and Martin is the executive producer. But like, I don't know these two other guys that are in charge. I don't know what Wonder Hill Studios is. I've never heard of it. You know what I mean? So if anything, I just hope that they shit, pay homage to like the actual Martin show versus just trying to recreate some shit with some characters. Yeah, that's my take on it right now. That's really all I know. The two articles pretty much said the same thing, and Young Martin happens to be the title so far. Don't know if they're gonna change it, but it was like Young Martin, da 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 da. Like they ain't said no actors' names. There's no all I know is Wonder Hill Studios and Martin is in charge. Oh, run tell that also.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. And the reason why, so you know how we feel about Tupac when they do Tupac stories?
Yeah.
We watch it with a magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? It'd be like anything is off. Like they didn't do this right, they didn't do that right. But it's not just, we wouldn't just simply say they didn't do this. We'll be like, what the fuck is that? That's the reaction we're gonna give. So imagine we love Martin because of the character Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to take an angle of giving the character Martin's background story.
Mm-hmm.
Which means whoever's playing the character Martin's background story has to somewhat act like Martin. Acting like Will Smith in the Bel Air drama, it's not too hard to do because it's like Will Smith's comedy compared to Martin's comedy, two different things.
Yeah.
Like the iconic character, like you could almost say when people talk about Fresh Prince, you quote Carlton just damn near as much as you quote what Will Smith was doing on that show.
True.
On Martin is the focus of every quote you give from the Martin show.
And most of the characters are like, when they're funny, it's because they're acting like Martin.
No, don't say when they're funny because that irritated me. When they got to the point of starting to act like Martin, it was irritating to me.
No, I feel it. But I'm just saying, it's like there are moments, like when I think about like how Pam was. I'm not saying Pam wasn't funny. Pam was hilarious, but
Pam was funny when Pam was funny. Pam was funny when Pam was being Pam. But when she would do shit that Martin did, I would just be like, and then Gina would do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, don't do that. Like, just be yourself. You don't have to, because Martin's getting all the laughs for doing what Martin is doing. Now I got to do some of what Martin is doing. No, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Gina took that to My Wife and Kids, right? Like that was like some of the little things that she did was from Martin.
Like what? I mean, I can't, because I watch My Wife and Kids tough.
Just how she reacted to Damon sometimes, just like when they would like do their little, back and forth family shit or whatever like that. Like she was, like, it was almost like that was Gina still. Just when like taken from Martin, like let me get a flash clip or something like that. I'll post with this. Yeah. But I definitely, I watch My Wife and Kids a lot. So when I see it, I'm just like, that's how she will react to Martin, but she would like almost like not mimic his voice, but kind of do his like gestures and shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like you said, you get some clips of that. I'll watch that because I didn't really, and I watched My Wife and Kids tough.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. But what I'm saying is them taking the risk of trying. I don't give a damn if Martin signed off on it. I don't care. It's like how much do you trust Martin now? How much do you trust? How much would you trust Eddie Murphy to put out a movie right now? If Eddie Murphy signed off on the Eddie Murphy movie, how much do you trust him?
Yeah, it depends on what it was, but right now, like, it would have to be still. I wouldn't trust him to put out another Clumps. I don't think Clumps would rock hard right now. I think it would be a little
anything.
Too much.
How much? Like so if they had a movie coming out, what's your favorite Martin movie?
Favorite Martin movie? Shit. I never really thought about that. It's definitely got to be either Life, or like Thin Line, one of those, like Life, Thin Line. I do really like Nothing to Lose and Blue Streak, even though those were his like later movies to where everything happened. But I don't know. I'll probably have to say Life. I'm gonna just say Life right now.
So we got a new Life coming out, a Life remake. You don't want to see it already. But we attaching Eddie Murphy and Martin to it. They're going to executive produce it. How much confidence does that give you in that show, in that movie?
If they now playing the characters, I don't have that.
Even if they not playing the characters, how much confidence do you give? How did you feel about Big Mama's House 2?
I never liked it.
How did you feel about Coming to America 2?
No, it took too long for that to come out. It was just
Them
like
niggas was both attached to those.
too much cameos. It was just whatever, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I kind of knew that was coming.
This is what I'm saying. This is what like when people be like, because I've seen a lot of people take the angle, oh, you know, Martin gonna be part of it, so it's gonna be fire. That's not necessarily true, because you can't you can't tell me the last thing Martin or Eddie Murphy did that hit like that. Like it's something like I liked Bad Boys 2.
I mean 4.
I liked Bad Boys 4, but it's I didn't go into it like, oh, Martin and Will's part of it. It's gonna be fire off top. That's not my, because it's still hit or miss. Them niggas is old. Them niggas is stuck in 90s comedy. So it's like you're taking a risk by doing the same. If they did a Martin spinoff and it was a different character, like different character background, it could be in Martin's world, but a different character background, it would make more sense than being like, we're gonna do young Martin. That doesn't work. Like Everybody Hates Chris works because there was no Chris Rock show before that.
That's true.
There's nothing to base it off of.
Yeah. Do you like, to me it's like, okay, like I can't sit here and be just like I'm excited. I get exactly what you're saying. It's just like what they've given us so far, what I've seen so far, and like, you know, them trying to recreate like magic, it never really works, right? So it's just like, of course, we like, if there's a negative thought that, you know, when somebody comes and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this now, this brand new show based on the same like it's always a letdown, because it's like we put too much on these things, like how we put too much on, like you can't recreate the Friday, you can't recreate Martin. It's like Bel Air, they did it in a different kind of way, and it's just like I feel like I like Bel Air, you know what I mean? It is it's kind of off. Some of the characters pissed me off, but like I fucked with it enough to where I'm like, I'm looking at this like, well, maybe, you know what I mean? Like I'm excited for it enough to be like, you know, when it come out, like I'm gonna be glued, you know what I mean? It's like I'm ready. I want more information and everything like that. I think the concept of it right now just is definitely a negative reaction because of what we've seen. Like, you know what I mean? We don't know what I haven't seen these niggas do nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
the whole executive producer thing, it don't really mean a lot, because I just mean he signed off on it more than anything. Like producer pretty much means like I'm in it, but I ain't write it. You know what I mean? Like I ain't directing. I'm not picking the cast members. You know what I mean? So it's just like it could be great, it could be, you know, horrible. But I don't know. I feel like I'm looking forward to it. Like, what would you feel like they would need to do to make it good, or should they just scrap the idea, in your opinion?
I have an idea for what they should do, but I'm not gonna say that shit.
I remember our idea. Well, not our. Let me take that away. That was your idea. I remember your idea, and it was like, you know, I'm not gonna say it, but I feel like this one is different, but it's the same, because it's like, you know, it's based on Martin or whatever, right? But if young Martin, let's just say you had the idea of young Martin and somebody brought you on as the writer, how would you go about, you know, pushing that story? Or would you be like, nah, I don't want to be a part of that shit, it's not gonna work?
While I don't think it's a good idea overall, the angle I would take for young Martin, I would literally do Martin in fucking elementary to junior high school, and it would be a sitcom. It would be, because you could get away with you remember what was his name, Bobby from Tracy Morgan show?
Yeah.
Remember how funny he was as a little kid?
Mm-hmm.
If you could get somebody to capture just naturally being funny like that in a sitcom and call it a young Martin, that will work.
Yeah.
But So the reason why a dramatization version of Fresh Prince works is because Fresh Prince was funny, but it wasn't Martin funny. Fresh Prince was more serious than Martin was.
So it was easy to kind of transition from
Right.
that to like a drama show.
Right. So Martin was based off being funny. So you can't take this character from a straight comedy show and put him in a drama without trying to attach some of the comedy to keep him the same character. And with them trying to attach comedy to that type of drama, it's not gonna transfer well.
Mm.
The old niggas that the old niggas that got writing and producing it is probably gonna be like, this is funny.
Yeah.
But our age and down is gonna be like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah.
We watching it hard because of how important Martin is to us. Martin is like a Michael Jackson of TV for us.
Mhm.
Martin is like a Tupac of rap for us.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's hard. You couldn't take Tupac and put him in a Tupac the musical. We would be like, what the fuck are you doing? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think people should go into projects like, if you can't beat it, don't fuck with it?
Yeah.
Because it's
I
like,
mean, not necessarily beat it. You can't. There's no way to top what Martin did. It's just
absolutely.
like it's like separate. If you have an idea for the Martin world, I do think it's not a bad thing to reattach yourself to the Martin world, because it's something that's missing right now. I get that, but the angle you like, you don't take a risk like this. Don't take a risk by trying to keep that same character alive. That's not like we was talking about when they were talking about bringing Martin back.
Yeah.
Shit wasn't gonna work.
Nah.
It wasn't gonna hit the same.
Nah, it wasn't. It's they older, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that older people can't, kill it or nothing like that. It's just, I think if they was gonna do something like that, like make it a special, you know what I mean? Just like bring everybody back, show where everybody at, and kind of just give us a little bit of closure. But like trying to make a whole new show with the same characters would have been it would have been weird.
It'd been weird as fuck because they were trying to live off the old jokes. You can't do the old shit.
And Martin and Gina ain't gonna be kissing no more. That was like a main part of the show, was they love and shit like that. And then being like in that, young relationship, they're gonna be like on different screens and shit like that. Like, wait a minute, nigga, what happened to where the luscious?
Because even if you think about it, the last season of Martin wasn't, every episode was not hitting like that. Every episode was, we all are just gonna be Martin in these episodes. And then Martin dealing with, you get to see the sadness and all of that shit. You've seen it all. You've seen the end of Martin already.
It was like a breakup, bro. That shit was like a season of a breakup. That's how I felt like to fans. Like we were breaking up with somebody.
We got our Martin closure. When he signed that wall, that was it. Like that's the end of that. If you're going to do a reimagination or a spin-off, I seen the dramatization. You saw the one when it was like Cole is crazy and Tommy's talking to Pam. That shit looks stupid.
Was trinash.
That shit look dumb.
That was like, I'm mad that they put all the work into that, because I know like with that, like the quality of it was cool or whatever. It's like they put work into that, you know what I mean? But they tried to make it goofy too. It was almost there, and then they went crazy. It was just like, wait a minute, what about Cole? And it was like, I was like, yeah, come on, man.
But do you see? So even what you saying, that they have to attach some of that to this.
I mean,
they have to attach, because that's what that show was based off of.
Yeah, and that's okay, but like, don't, if you're gonna make it a drama, make it a drama. Like, don't try to add like these weird, don't try to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm excited for it just because it's Martin. Anything with Martin, I'm like really glued to the screen. Martin came out with some bullshit ass movie recently, and I was like, oh shit, Martin movie. And I was like,
which movie was that?
Turn this shit off. It was called like Mastermind or something like that. It was like,
oh, when he was serious. Yeah, like looking for the killer.
Yeah, I turned that shit off. I think I fell asleep on that shit.
I fell asleep on it too. But that's not to say, I'm not saying, because I'm not excited for this. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not excited, but I'm not saying I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, for sure. We gotta watch it.
Because I don't think it's coming out.
I mean,
I don't think it's gonna happen.
At first, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this shit, they done some bullshit. They always making these rumors up. But when Martin posted it, I'm just like, okay, they working on something. At least, I mean, we got something. It was almost like the whole Ice Cube thing. Like, oh, now we're at green light Friday 4. Like, it's coming, maybe like 2026, but We gonna get it.
I believe more in Friday 4 than I believe in this Martin thing. And I'm only saying that because I don't think Martin's team is gonna let him put it out. They gonna look at that fucking pilot and be like, nah.
I really hope the pilot is good, bro. I hope that shit is not like
We're never gonna see it.
no weirdo shit. Like, I saw one person was just like, man, if they don't have Miss Trinidad in that bitch,
that would make sense for the storyline.
It would. You know what I mean? Like
but
him in class.
We're not gonna see that pilot. I hope whoever's watching this takes that idea. If you got the power to take it to Martin and be like, he said you should do a sitcom with a young Martin, that will work. I think that has a better chance of working than what they're planning on doing.
Now, what won't work, which is kind of like, it's going to be weird, right? What they're going to have to do is like, Mama Payne was Martin. Mm-hmm. So who's Mama Payne now? Just some random lady, some random old lady?
You could get a random, because she don't got to be old. She could be young with an attitude. They could pull that off. I'm telling you right now, they could pull that off.
I don't know, man. Mama Payne is supposed to be real extreme and shit like that, so they're gonna get like some like middle-aged lady or whatever. Because I feel like Mama Payne was old when Martin was 30. Mama Payne was like 70.
Mama Payne could be Mama Payne. That's funny. But Mama Payne could be what's her name? Tasha Smith.
Mama Payne, Tasha Smith. I mean,
I'm telling you, it will work.
I can see it.
But I'm telling you, that could work. What's not going to work is Martin. The character Martin is not going to work. It's not going to work.
Yeah, because we're going to be expecting too much from it. Just like you said, it's like trying to find a Tupac replacement. It's like this young kid has to be like who Martin was when he was young or close to it. And I don't know any actors right now off the top of my head that can pull that off, except Miles, and he's 35.
I'm saying young.
Young Miles, they could have did that a long time ago with Young Miles.
Young Martin. Young Martin doesn't work as a drama. That's my whole point. Young Martin works as a sitcom. Young Martin, coming to Fox. I can see one of them previews. Young Martin. I can see him in class like, what's up? Like, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can see that. If you're going to do Martin the character, that's the only way that's going to work. It's not going to work as a drama.
Canceled so fast on regular TV.
No, it had BT or Netflix.
Yeah, somebody going to have to pick that shit up.
Like Miss Pat Show. Imagine a Miss Pat Show version of Young Martin.
That'd be kind of fire.
That would work.
Yeah, they need the creators.
It's not going to work as a drama, man.
They need the creators of that show to tap into that. I think that would be funny.
It's not going to work like this. Hey, reach out to me. I am a writer. If you're a Martin producer, I already have a whole idea in my head. I'm just not going to say it on here. But these are my reasons. It's like I'm not hating. I love Martin the show. I love Martin the universe. I love the universe of Martin. Young Martin as a drama is not going to work, and I'm telling you why. You cannot bring the character Martin back to life in a drama series. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because you have to attach. For it to work, he has to be Martin as a kid. You can't do that in a drama series.
Do you have any people in mind that you feel like could play him right now? That
a kid Martin? Hell no, I don't know no kid actors. But I don't know how old dude is for real. It's a kid. I hope he's a kid. The Harder They Fall. Remember at the beginning, he was the kid at the table, and then he was in the book of the Book of Clarence. He was part of the Hebrews that was not Hebrews. He was part of the whoever was shooting at Clarence. He shot at Clarence in the beginning of the movie. And then Clarence went for his stuff back. And he was like, what you gonna do about it? He's just like a kid. I hope he's a kid, but he will work.
And I was like, when they say young Martin, I wonder if they like, when they say young Martin, are they talking about like really young Martin or just like teenage Martin?
Yeah, we don't know that either.
Yeah. Because teenage Martin probably would work better than just a kid Martin. Like if they do a kid version of it, I don't know how good that would be. Like, putting all that pressure on a child versus like, maybe somebody that's 17 playing 14.
It wouldn't be as much pressure if it was a sitcom. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
If it's a drama series, it's too much pressure because he has to still be Martin.
Tariq can be Martin.
Man, please.
Tariq could be Cole. That'd be hilarious. I feel like Cole's gonna be. That's like they gotta find some like goofy kid to play Cole and some tall nigga. Because I remember them saying like Tommy been bald for a long time, so it's just like Tommy gotta be bald.
Tommy's bald is hot.
Exactly. Tommy gotta be bald or it ain't gonna work. Oh, like they watch them bring some girl in, just like, oh yeah, Martin met Gina when he was like 15. I'm like, that's not the story.
Gonna piss me off because that's not
the story, man. She's gonna have her friend Pam that's gonna be reckless because they have to include them. There's no way they can't include.
But also, Gina didn't know Pam since she was little either.
That's true because it's like they didn't even go to college with Pam because Pam, what's it called? Remember the girl that was in Gina's sorority?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She didn't know Pam since she was little.
Yeah.
They became best friends, I think, at work.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that ain't gonna work. There ain't gonna be no Pam. That's wild.
Literally, think about this. Pam didn't meet Gina's mama until Gina flew in. Until Gina's mama flew in. Remember, he said he's so nice to that Pam. Martin told me on the way over she was raised by wolves, so she didn't even know Pam.
That's crazy. Yeah, and they were already in their like late 20s at that point.
Mm-hmm. So that's not gonna work. But I'm hoping the writers are watching this video. We're giving them all the information.
Yeah, because Martin dated what's it called? What's his name's mother, Miles's mother in that episode in high school. Yeah. That was his prom date.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one when he was just, I remember when they were talking about like Tommy stole his girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
all of that has to happen. All of those childhood stories have to happen.
Snappy
the turtle getting ran over.
Snappy the turtle got to be there. All of that. So
yeah. I need to see Martin let Tommy borrow his Applejack hat. I need to see all of that shit, man. It only works in a sitcom. It only works in a sitcom.
My Rock'em Sock'em Robot and my Rockwell collection. Who's watching?
And the Afro Blowout Kid.
Man, I need it all.
Yeah, it only works in a sitcom.
They gotta write all this shit down and brainstorm, but I think they're gonna have to fuck up the actual sitcom in order to make this, because it ain't gonna work out like with all of the stuff that has so many little small things that happen or that was said that they gotta remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
and this is the reason why this is the only reason I'm saying it's not gonna work. It's not wishful thinking that it's not gonna work. It's just the angle's not going to work.
Yeah,
the angle's not gonna work.
I can't wait to see it. That's all
I'm scared to see it, man. The reason why I'm scared to see it is because my idea would then be trashed, because it's just like, we got another idea, y'all niggas. We're like, man, shut up, man.
Like, just leave the show alone. Like, who is this nigga anyway? You gonna get ran out to Hollywood? They'll be mad as fuck. Like, fuck these niggas. We're like, fuck these niggas. But I don't know, man. That's my thoughts on it. I am excited for it to happen just because it's Martin, but high hopes. I'm gonna try to keep them down a little bit low, just so I won't be disappointed.
I'm just based on reality and what we feel, and it's just my prediction, man. It's like I hope it hits. I hope you prove me wrong, but I just don't see a path to that.
Yeah. No,
I don't think we'll ever see the pilot from it. I'm keeping it gangster with you.
Yeah. I mean, let us know how y'all feel in the comments. I'm sure you'll put a poll up or something like that, see what people talking about. But you know what I mean? I feel like most people are gonna be like, hell no, nah, because most people in the comments were just like, nigga, leave it alone.
And rightfully so. It's you just can't do that, man. You just can't. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
We'll
Next, we're gonna get a living single drama series. That will work.
Well, yeah. I mean, some younger girls or some, but I mean, I feel like they tried to do that. What was that with that one show? I never watched it, but it looked like it.
Which one?
It was Megan Good was in it.
Oh no, that works. Black women love that show.
Really?
Yeah, the one that's it's on Amazon
I ain't never
Prime.
seen it. I ain't never seen it. I just saw some bunch of women friends or whatever. I was like, oh, that's Living Single.
I tried to watch it. I watched like maybe 20 minutes. And I looked at my wife and like, oh, I guess this is for you. Like, I had to say, this ain't for me. I was done.
Yeah, probably a bunch of like, never mind. No.
It's the black version of Sex in the City.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
It ain't for us.
All right. Well,
that's it, man. Comment down below. Let us know how y'all feel this thing is gonna go. Once again, I'm not hating on it. I hope it works. I just don't see it working, and I don't think we'll see a pilot from it. I think in a year we'll forget all about this shit.
Applejack had us hilarious, but yeah.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.